friends. I'm Ben, and you're doing a race with BAM Kids.
More about the Bible.
And memorizing it.
We're doing it with moving.
I'm Ben. I'm Ash. I'm Mo.
And this is
BAM Kids.
Today we are trying to understand and memorize this verse about how we treat others. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32. As we run in the forest, grab all the kindness candy, tenderhearted taffy, and forgiveness fruities. Dodge all the other obstacles. If you see the sweetness attack, say the verse with us really fast while jumping up and down. Let's go! Kindness candy, tenderhearted taffy. Forgiveness fruity. Sweetness attack. Jump up and down really fast while saying the verse with us. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32. Way to go!
Let's play. Repeat. Do the exercise under the circle if it turns on. If it's pink, touch your toes. If it's blue, jump. If it's purple, spin around. If it's yellow, do a squat. And make sure you say the words as you do it. Be kind.
Repeat.
Be kind to.
Again.
Be kind to one another.
Again.
Be kind to one another. Tenderhearted. Be kind to one another. Tenderhearted. Forgiving. Be kind to one another. Tenderhearted. Forgiving one another. Be kind to one another. Tenderhearted. Forgiving one another.
Grab these items, dodge everything else. Sweetness attack, jump fast. Here we go! Kindness candy. Forgiveness fruity. Tenderhearted taffy. Sweetness attack. Jump up and down really fast while saying the verse with us. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32. Woohoo!
Repeat. Do you remember how this went last time? Let's do it once and then add to it. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God.
Repeat.
Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you.
30-second story time with Ben.
That's me. Let's see if we can get this in 30 seconds. Have you ever had a bad day? A day where it seemed like everything and everyone was against you? It's safe to say we all have those days. It's pretty easy to get mad, frustrated with someone, especially when they seem angry at everything else. But Paul, the guy who wrote this, reminds us that it's important to be kind to one another by being tenderhearted, inward action, and forgiving in outward action. First, being tenderhearted means thinking softly and caring about someone else, not thinking ugly or unfriendly toward them. Second, forgiving is letting go of anger and complaints about them. Jesus is kind, tenderhearted, and forgiving, and he wants us to be the same with one another. And being kind with the tenderheartedness and forgiveness helps each of us and others to recover from those bad days. Woo! Last time, let's go! kindness candy. Tenderhearted taffy. Forgiveness fruity. Sweetness attack. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32. Yes!
Repeat. Let's add where we find this verse, and then do it faster. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians, be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32.
Do it faster.
Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32.
Even faster.
Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you. Ephesians 4:32.
Woo! Our verse has missing words. I think they are stuck on a tree. Let's shake the tree and grab only the apples with the words we are missing with our basket. Like this. Let's go. Shake, shake, shake. Kind. Tender-hearted. One. God. Forgave. Way to go. We got all our missing words. Let's say the whole verse together. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ forgave you.
Ephesians 4:32.
We did it. Now let's party. If you want to do more like this, like and subscribe to
Bam Kids!